Scrappy Slaps Khaotic on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 12 Episode 15 Drama Unfolds. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has always been a source of drama in the high-stakes world of reality television, where relationships, rivalries, and raw emotions meet. In Season 12, Episode 15, the viewer is taken on a wild ride as the show explores the limits of personal strife. The fight between Scrappy, a well-known figure in the Atlanta hip-hop community, and Khaotic, a newcomer who is known for causing problems, is one of the most surprising moments of the season. When emotions reach a breaking point, and the tension is at its highest, the results are quick and disorderly. In a surprising turn of events, Scrappy smacks Khaotic, leaving fans wondering about loyalty, honor, and what it truly means to be a member of the Love and Hip Hop series. The build-up. In order to comprehend the seriousness of this surprising incident, we must examine the circumstances that led up to the conflict. Scrappy is no stranger to strife, since his ascent to popularity has been primarily molded by his relationships and struggles within the business. Scrappy is known for his rough image and his strong dedication to his family and friends. His journey in the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta world has always been characterized by his attempts to combine his personal life with the burden of being in the spotlight. Scrappy's plotline in the most recent episodes focuses on his troubled relationship with his wife, Bambi, and the emotional impact that their poor marriage has had on him. Khaotic, on the other hand, is a relatively new player in the Love and Hip Hop universe. He is no stranger to controversy. Because of his outspoken manner and unapologetic attitude, he regularly finds himself at the heart of drama. He made his arrival into the Atlanta scene with a series of conflicts with other cast members, but his interactions with Scrappy were the most unpredictable of them. Khaotic made it obvious from the time he arrived that he was not there to make friends. He was there to shake things up, and he had no qualms about causing trouble in order to receive the attention he wanted. For a while, there had been a growing tension between Scrappy and Khaotic. In earlier episodes, Khaotic made comments about Scrappy, doubting if he was genuine, whether he was devoted to his family, and even whether he was a credible rapper. Scrappy was doing his best to focus on his family life and take the high road, but these subtle barbs were enough to get under his skin. However, it was obvious that Khaotic's behavior was beginning to annoy him. The night of the event. The 15th episode of the 12th season begins with an exciting event taking place in downtown Atlanta. The cast is coming together for a celebration to celebrate the show, and the city is buzzing with energy. Some of the most famous characters from the program will be there. Although the evening is intended to be an opportunity for everyone to relax, it turns into a situation that is ripe for a heated argument. Scrappy and Khaotic are both at the same party, but there is a noticeable amount of tension between them. Khaotic, who is known for speaking his mind, starts to make critical comments about Scrappy's personal life and his involvement in the drama of the season. He accuses Scrappy of being a puppet in his marriage, indicating that Bambi wears the pants in their relationship, and that Scrappy is too weak to speak up for himself. Scrappy has faced a lot of public criticism because of his relationship problems, and he can only handle so much of it. He attempts to ignore Khaotic's insults, but he is becoming increasingly impatient. At this time, the gathering has turned into a pressure cooker of emotions. The music is blaring, beverages are being served, and the audience is humming with excitement. However, the mood changes when Khaotic gets in Scrappy's face and starts throwing a bunch of slurs at him. Khaotic's method is strategic and intended to elicit a response. It doesn't take long before his mocking drives Scrappy to the brink. The slap heard around Atlanta. Scrappy's feelings ultimately reach a breaking point during a moment of violence on the show that has never happened before. Scrappy gives Khaotic a hard slap across the face while he continues to verbally attack him. The sound of the slap reverberates through the celebration, and the room goes quiet as everyone turns to see what happens next. Khaotic is taken aback by the sudden hostility and stumbles backward. The cast members, who were before laughing and drinking, are suddenly frozen in place, uncertain of how to respond. The atmosphere is thick with anxiety. Scrappy, who is visibly terrified yet determined, glares at Khaotic. He can't believe that things have gotten this far, and his eyes show a combination of wrath and disbelief. For a moment, it looks like Khaotic is going to fight back, but he is surprised by the smack that he did not see coming. After a lengthy lull, during which both men take a time to ponder, Khaotic wipes aside the sting of the slap and continues to speak in a forceful manner, although it is evident that his tone has changed. Scrappy has established himself as the dominant one, which has caused Khaotic to reconsider his strategy. As a result, he is no longer the one who instigates. This moment represents a change in the relationship between Scrappy and Khaotic. For the first time this season, Scrappy demonstrates that he will not tolerate anyone disrespecting him, particularly in front of his colleagues. Khaotic, who is notorious for his boldness, is momentarily caught off guard. The slap represents Scrappy's increasing displeasure, not only with Khaotic, but also with the world around him. This is a reaction that has been building for a while, and the slap is his method of taking back his dignity. The consequences. As anticipated, the smack becomes the main topic of conversation during the party. The cast members have differing viewpoints. Some people are worried about the increase in violence, while others understand the frustration that caused the incident. Bambi, who is Scrappy's wife, is torn between supporting her husband and being critical of how he dealt with the matter. She has always made an effort to avoid confrontation and keep things peaceful, but even she is aware that Scrappy has reached his breaking point. Khaotic, on the other hand, is left to deal with the smack in his own way. The tragedy has shaken him up, even if he appears to be tough on the outside. The following day, he contacts a few of the cast members to talk about the incident, attempting to present the situation in a way that makes him look like the victim. He says that Scrappy was the one who overreacted, that he was only stating his truth, and that the smack was unnecessary. However, as time goes on, it becomes apparent that Khaotic is no longer held in the same high regard by the cast as he once was. Scrappy's behavior has made it clear to everyone that there are boundaries to what people will put up with. The fans respond. As anticipated, the fans of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta are aware of the situation. The smack rapidly goes viral, and viewers begin to argue about whether or not Scrappy's actions were reasonable. Fans on social media are divided. Some think that Khaotic was pushing Scrappy too far, and that the slap was inevitable, while others believe that violence is never the solution, regardless of how intense the situation is. As the episode continues to air, the conversation becomes more heated. Scrappy's supporters are rallying behind him, calling him a principled man who finally stood up for himself. They claim that Khaotic had been demeaning Scrappy for a long time, and that he had gone too far with his insults. Khaotic's followers, on the other hand, believe that the slap was an overreaction, and that Scrappy should have exercised more self-control in dealing with the issue. Scrappy is accused of allowing his feelings to interfere with his ability to make decisions. No matter what viewers think, it is certain that the slap has become one of the most discussed events in the show's history. This is a moment that will be remembered in the history of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and it has sparked conversations about masculinity, respect, and the limits of reality television. Scrappy's thoughts. After the slap, Scrappy takes a moment to think about what happened. He opens out to his friends and family, confessing that he let his feelings to take control of him. He does not regret standing up for himself, but he acknowledges that the slap was an unfortunate escalation of what could have been a more beneficial exchange. Scrappy recognizes that being on reality television can bring out the worst in individuals, and that the pressure of maintaining a public persona may often lead to risky actions. Scrappy is working on finding healthier ways to deal with his frustrations as the season goes on. He continues to work on his marriage problems with Bambi, and he interacts with Khaotic less often. The incident serves as a reminder of the narrow line between reality and spectacle, as well as the human toll that the world of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta can have on its stars, even though the tension between the two does not totally disappear. Final thoughts. In Season 12, Episode 15 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Scrappy slapping Khaotic is a moment that perfectly captures the raw and unedited turmoil that has made the show so compelling. For Scrappy, it is a moment of catharsis, but it is also a turning point in the unfolding drama of the season. The slap may have been surprising, but it serves as a reminder of how high the stakes are on reality television, and how unexpected human emotions can be. As the season progresses, the effects of this conflict will continue to be felt throughout the Love and Hip Hop universe, and fans will be left wondering what will happen next in the story of Scrappy, Khaotic, and the rest of the cast.